Alright guys, so welcome back to a brand new video. And as promised, I did say when I got the Longbow to 1000 kills and started using the cable back, I did promise that I was going to make another tier list video, which is going to be every single bow in the game. And I think it's time to do that right about now, so then don't think there's really anything to say. I think we're just gonna jump straight into this, and the first bow or the bow in last place, of course, in my opinion, and in probably everyone's opinion, I would say is the cableback. Yes, yes, I know. Everyone is gonna be like, "Oh, the cableback is the best bow in the game. It's a goated bow. I shot my 200 whitetail using it." Maybe you did, but I don't care. It's still a dog shit bow. It's just bad. I haven't been using this too much. But I have used it enough to kind of get the feel of it and know how it acts and stuff like that. And yeah, it's not really a favorite, I have to say, but it is the bow in last place for me, or in F tier, as some would say. Uh, and last time there was actually only one thing in S tier when we did the maps, and that was Settlers. There was only one map that was in the F tier category, but in this one I think there is two. So let's jump over to that bow here. And yeah, of course it's a longbow. Like, the longbow is, I would say it's better than the cableback. It's a little easier to aim. Um, and I feel like it's also a little stronger. So it's easier to get those double lung shots on animals and stuff like that. So I would definitely say that it is better than the cableback, but still not good. It's still an F tier bow. It's the only reason that it is a little bit better is basically just because it has a little more strength to it. It's a bit stronger, and it's also in the Canada Geese mission, so you kind of have to use it if you want to complete the Canada Geese mission, which is a very easy mission pack. The only hard part about that mission pack, I would say, is the longbow mission, the last one. But even that one is pretty easy when you get the hang of it. Like, I think the last time I did it, it took like only 2 attempts or something. I missed one shot and then I got it second try. So it's not that bad when you get used to it. It's not that bad. But now it's time to go to the bows that are a little bit better. Still not good. Still not bows that I would probably bring with me every time, but I think we're completely going to skip E tier. Uh, we're just gonna skip over that because I feel like there isn't really that many bows in this game that are bad per se. There's a lot of bows in the kind of mid tier range, um, but I wouldn't really say that there's any bows that are like that bad. There's only these two really that I just showed. Those are the only ones that are like bad. So let's move over to what I would say is the how do you say, the worst bow after these ones. So let's move over to that. And here we go. Um, I didn't really know if I wanted to put Crossbow into this tier list, but I'm just gonna go over them pretty quickly here. Um, they're not good. They're not good. They don't fit my type of playstyle in this game, so for me they're basically useless. Um, it takes a long time to reload, so you can't really drop a bunch of animals that quickly. You have to reload in between, stuff like that. And also it's pretty loud, which also makes it to like, why would you rather have this instead of bow when there's bows in this game that are basically as strong? Maybe not as strong, but you know what I mean. Like, there's bows in this game that are strong enough to do the exact same thing that this crossbow is going to do anyway, so why would you use a crossbow? Um, there's just not really a reason, so I would say that the crossbows, and I could quickly just switch over to the... Where is it? Where's my good old other crossbow? There should be another crossbow in here. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. There's two different crossbows in this game. I just can't find the other one. I know how it's somewhere. I just can't fucking find it. But I don't know. I don't like them. I just don't like the crossbows in this game, if I'm honest. Um, but yeah, I would say that they are in. They're better than the longbows in that. Like I would use them every single day of the week instead of the cableback and the longbow. But still, not really the best bow. So instead of doing like a tier list thing, let's just do like in places. So those things were in last place, second to last, and now these two are second to third last. So this, the order that you see these bows in is the order that I would choose these bows. Okay, so let's just do that because I can't think right now. But let's move over to some actual bows here that we're gonna use. And yeah, let's move over to some of the bows here. And here we go. The next bow, I would say, is the Pulsar. And I just want to say, we jumped like very, very high from the crossbows. Like the crossbows are pretty far down. I never really use them unless I hunt very specific animals. But other than that, never used them. The Pulsar, on the other hand, I have used. I've gotten this to 1,000 kills, and it wasn't that bad. I thought it was gonna be way worse than it actually is, but it just isn't. It's actually kind of decent, and you can use it effectively at a lot of situations. The only annoying part for me about this bow, I will have to say, is the reload speed that it takes a little bit just to switch or like to get an arrow knocked. And if you, for example, shoot an arrow like this and then you quick draw, like most people do. I did this a lot in the beginning when I went from using the recurves and all that. You shot something, you just quickly tabbed out of it to like lay down or something, and then when the next animal shows up, you take up your bow and you don't have an arrow knocked. So now you have to stand there in a awkward amount of time, get an arrow knocked, and then shoot again. So that's kind of why it's one of the worst bows. It's also decently loud. All the bows that we've gone over so far are loud bows. That's the problem. For me, the most important part about the bow is that it is quiet. I know it's not realistic at all, but it's a game, so the quieter the bow, the better it is. Even if the longbow and the cableback had the strength that they have, because they're very weak. If they were that weak, but they were quiet, I would probably prefer them over these bows, just because they're quiet, so you can actually use them efficiently. Um, but yeah, that's kind of it with this bow. It's a decent bow, it works, but I wouldn't say it is the best in any way whatsoever. So let's go over to the next bow, which is gonna be decently close to this one. I would say they're basically on par. The next one is a little bit better, but at the same time, not really. They're kind of on the same level, just a little bit better. So let's move on to that. Alright, so dude, it felt weird picking this bow up. It's been a long time since I picked this bow up. So the Parker Python, good bow. It's a good bow. You can use it for a lot. People like using it because it's very simple. If you have the range finder sight that I have, which makes it so that you can go for some pretty decently far shots. That was a body. Did I aim too high? I might have, yeah. Let's just kind of do that. Right long at least, yeah. Well, it's a decent bow. It's not the best due to the same fate as a pulsar. It's loud, which is a problem. It is faster than the pulsar, so I would rather use this bow than that, but still decently loud. Not really what I would want to have. It is decently strong, I have to say. Like you can actually get some decently easy kills with it. And I also know a lot of people use it because a lot of the content creator bows are the Parker Python. So I know a lot of people use them due to that probably. Flinters is a Parker, and then I believe there's an Binky's is also the Parker. Shout out Binky, my brother. Um, and yeah, it's just a good bow, just a good bow. So definitely would say if you have this bow and you don't have any other bow, you don't have to worry. You are good to go. It's gonna do you very, very well. It was actually one of my first bows. I remember I got the snakebite first, then I got the recurves, and then I got this one. And when I got this bow, I think I used it the most. This was like my most used bow for a little bit until I got semi good at the game and realized what I actually wanted to do, and then I started going with the snakebite and stuff like that. But pretty good bow. I don't want to sit here and yap too much about this bow because I know how I am sometimes. I just start yapping about shit and then the video is going to be 30 minutes long. So let's move over to the next bow, which is still a good bow. Or I think the next bow is actually a very, very good bow, in my opinion. So let's move over to that here real quick. And here it is. This is one of my favorite bows to this day. Just a very, very nice bow to use, I have to say. It's good at a lot of things. It's good because it's quiet. It's good because it's very satisfying to use. And it's just all around a great, great bow. I don't know. I love this bow. I just love this bow. I don't really use it for big game anymore. This is what I would call my bird bow. It's the bow that I use if I'm hunting geese or something like that and I want to have a challenge and use a bow. Then I use this one. Because it's just very simple to use. It's very skinny, so you have a good view in front of you, so it's easy to lead the birds and stuff like that, which is why I like it for birds in the first place. And it's also very quiet, which means that you can shoot a geese when it's flying, drop it, because the bow is strong enough to where you're going to drop them no matter where you hit them, I believe. I don't think I've hit a geese and not killed it with this bow. And then you can just take out your short range caller, call again, and they're going to circle back one more time. You can do it all over again. You can drop an entire herd of geese in the air when you use this bow because they just, they just circle. You shoot one, they get like startled. They don't spook, but they get like startled, so they don't land. Then you hit the short range caller again, and they come right back, and then you just do it over and over and over. You can drop an entire herd. So it's very nice. I really like this bow. Don't really think there's that much more to say about this bow. If you have this bow, you are very well off. It's a very, very good bow. You can use it for everything. I've used this thing from rabbits to bison. Honestly, it's great. You can get everything with this thing. So, I think we're gonna go over to the next bow now, and it kind of hurts me to have to put this thing where I have to put it, but no matter what I think about the bow, I have to think a little bit about the reality of the game. So I'm gonna go over to the next weapon here, and that is the crossbow pistol. I know, it hurts for me to put this bow not all the way at the top because it is my most used weapon. I have over 1,000, yeah, I have over 4,000 kills with this thing. Mostly, or basically only turkeys. I've shot like maybe 10 bobcats with it. I've killed some other stuff with it, but most of that is turkeys. I would say 4,000 of those kills are turkeys, and the rest, probably less than that, is other stuff. I've used this bow a lot, okay? Or this crossbow, I mean. Very, very good. If you hunt turkeys, and if you enjoy hunting turkeys or wood grouse, one of the two, get this thing. It's so incredibly good. Any turkey within 30 meters, you drop them no matter where you hit them. As long as they're within 30 meters, you can hit them wherever, and they're just gonna insta-drop. You don't have to worry. And it's so easy to aim if you have this red dot as well, so that you can just go for very simple long shots on turkeys as well, even if they're further away. there's a challenge in this game that you have to shoot a turkey from over 88 meters in the heart. I've completed that one twice. One of the ones I tried to do it because it was a challenge, so I did it. And then I did it a second time, I believe on stream, just for fun. Because I just saw an animal way out there and I was just, I can probably hit that. And I shot and I did it. Like, it's super easy, and it's super easy to get long range kills with as well. Like, you don't really have to try all that much to hit them. So, yeah. Great crossbow pistol. Great thing. It works super well if you hunt turkeys or wood grouse. For bobcats, I probably wouldn't recommend it. There's probably better options. I would probably rather go with a normal bow due to the strength. But still a very good weapon. So, let's move over to some other weapon, or some other bows here, and I think we only have 2 left, and they're both really good, but I know which one I'm going to put in first, and I know which one is going to be in second, so let's move over to the next bow. And a lot of people know what this bow is. It's, for most people, it's the first bow that you ever get. It is, of course, the snakebite bow. What are the pros of this bow? It's strong. I believe it's the strongest bow in the game. And it is also somehow the quietest bow in the game. From my understanding, the reason why this bow is so quiet is due to a bug in the game that is still not fixed. I can't say for 100%, but I have heard so many times from trusted sources that this bow is the way that it is due to a bug that is still not fixed and is probably never going to be fixed. It just is what it is. And it's so good. You can go for long kills with this thing. You can shoot anything with it. You can drop whatever you want to with this thing. It is just so good and so easy to use and simple to use. So if you are a new player and you're looking to get your first bow, get this bow. Get the snakebite bow, because it's not going to do you wrong. Like, it is very user friendly. And it's gonna take you a long way. And it's also in a lot of missions, which I know. Everyone doesn't care about missions, blah blah blah. I do, okay? If you're a new player, you should care about missions, because that's how you earn money. So, very good bow. I don't really know what more to say about this bow. It's great. I love it. It works for everything. You can kill everything in the game with it. And it's just great. And it's a quiet bow as hell, so you can't really go wrong with this thing. But there is still one bow that I think is arguably better, but at the same time probably isn't better in reality, but in my head it is better. So let's move over to that bow and show that thing off a little bit. And there we go. The heavy recurve, of course. What is there to say about this bow? It's satisfying. It is super satisfying to use. And it's very simple to use too. Like, aiming with this thing isn't that hard when you get the hang of it. It gets a bit annoying at distance sometimes, but you can still get it to work if you just know what you're doing. And I don't know, I just love this bow. I've used it for so many kills. I think it's my most used bow when it comes to... I missed that completely. Wait, give me a second here. There we go. I don't know, it's my most used bow when it comes to, like, not counting the crossbow pistol, of course, but other than that, I think it's my most used bow when it comes to kills. And it's great. I really like it. It's very quiet, just like the snakebite. It is very quiet. I don't know if it is as quiet as a snakebite. I'm pretty sure that it is, but there is a chance that the snakebite is just a tad bit, like, more silent. But it doesn't really matter, honestly. It's not to the point where it's like insane like you will notice a difference. Like you won't really notice a difference in which bow is more quiet when it comes to snakebite and the recurve. So both are really, really good. If you're a new player, I would still recommend going with the what was I gonna say? I would still recommend going with the snakebite just because it is easier to use and it's more beginner friendly to use than this bow. It's not gonna be as much of a learning curve and stuff like that as you would say. So very good bow. As soon as I get the cable back to 1000 kills, this is gonna be the bow that you're gonna see me using. I'm going to be using basically only this bow, I think, because it's just great and I love it. But I think that is going to be it for this video. I haven't uploaded in a while, which is why I wanted to make this video come out. I've been kind of waiting for the Halloween event to come out before I uploaded something, but I just couldn't wait anymore. Since the event hasn't really came out, I've just had to had to make a video because I can't leave you guys hanging for way too long. So that's why I'm making this now. And yeah, pretty good. I still have hope for the Halloween event, and I know a lot of people have been very mad. Or a lot of people have been complaining about the Halloween event, like it's not out. There's no reason to even release it I've heard some people say that there's no reason to release the event anymore because Halloween has already happened. And to those people that say that there's no reason to even release the event anymore because Halloween is so far gone, don't play the event if it releases. That's all I'm gonna say. If it does release, just don't play it. If you feel like there's no reason to, if you don't have to. If they release it, I don't care when. If they release the Halloween event or whatever event, I'm gonna play it. I don't care. I'm just gonna have fun with it, shoot a bunch of things, and have fun. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you guys, by the way, for all the support that I got in my last tier list video. It's by far my most viewed video. I think it's like double the amount of views than my second most viewed video. So I do very much appreciate you guys for that, and it does really, it really makes me happy to see that you guys are enjoying the things that I watch and stuff like that. So hope to see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys next time.